Hello everybody, Ian Robson here, and welcome to another edition of the Newbie Farm. Alright, what is going on today? As you recall from the previous episode, we were working away on the field, we collected all the straw, got our cough facility, and we're just working away spreading some lime. Just notice that this tractor right in front of me that you can see has a very loud, or a very extremely large bubble of sound. So look how loud this is now, how close I am. Yeah, that's how big the bubble is. Anyhow. So we got lime on the back, and we got lime on the front apparently too. I had to actually take out some of the Rosenthal buildings, and that's because it was conflicting with the soil mod, which is not going to happen. The soil mod is more exciting to me than having the extra buildings, so I took them out for the time being. Unfortunately, because it was adding extra fill types, and by adding the extra fill types, unfortunately, it was conflicting with the soil mod. As I mentioned, you can only have a certain amount of things loaded in, so it created a problem with the soil mod. So I would rather have the soil mod functioning properly on this map. It's a bit unfortunate though. This tractor is loud. Wow. Just gonna turn that down. Hopefully it's still loud enough for you guys to hear. I was going back through some of the previous episodes, and I realized it was actually some of the sometimes you couldn't hear much of the tractor, and that's just because it's so loud in my ears. So I turned it down. Now I can't hear it at all though. There we go. Here we are. So we want to set this up to spray or fertilize. Technically, this course is technically a fertilizer course, but you're not spraying fertilizer in this case. Although we probably should. The soil moisture's down a little bit, so we want to jack up the pH because it's going to drop down. Let's go ahead and do that. Set that up. So that's setting up for lime, so that should be more than enough. Excellent. So we do need to cultivate that into the ground, so let's hop into this guy. I refilled him. I realized how low on fuel he was, and now he's full and ready to go once again. So let's see. Do I have any cultivators that would work in this scenario? That would be fun to use, actually. Actually, how much horsepower do we need for this? 500 horsepower. And how much would it be to rent for an hour? 300 bucks. It's a little pricey for me right now. Let's go back to the in-game cultivators. And what's this one? This is the one we usually rent. Because I probably could use this one, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and rent this for an hour. That's 120 for an hour. But with the other one, I'd need to rent a tractor as well. That's the problem with that. So let's ask them to deliver ever so kindly. One of these days, I'll buy some of these things. Like for example, I finally bought the front part of that sprayer. So that's a nice little addition. Excellent. Good. All right. So let's grab this cultivator here. Every time I miss it. There we go. Every time. So let's go ahead and cultivate the ground here. Increase our pH once again. There's our manure slowly gathering, which is good for us because manure is amazing with the soil mod, FYI. Don't want the lights. I want the cow information. So we have 14,000 liters of liquid manure. Almost enough for the field one time. Almost. I might take that tree out at one point too, because I've hit that tree more than once because this tractor's large. Or tall, I should say. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this set up. And we're going to do the cultivating ourselves, I think, because there's a couple parts that have been bothering me, so I want to get that done. I don't think I'll be as efficient, unfortunately, but let's lower this guy down. But that's fine, though. And I can't use the GPS mod. Because, oh, I should wait. Why am I doing it this way? I need to wait. Because if I cultivate that part right there, it's not really helping me at all, because I need to cultivate the lime in. Ooh, getting ahead of myself there a little bit. Just a tinsy-wincy bit. Just a tinsy-wincy bit. Alright. So let's just start here. And then we'll go from here. Yeah, it's just kind of a funny thing. Like, when you cultivate this in, it actually takes effect, so to speak. I'm just going to follow this curve and do it like this. It'll be probably not the most efficient, but it'll work for this scenario. So yeah, it's one of the advantages, or one of the things you have to do. If you spread lime, you have to actually cultivate it into the ground for it to take effect. And sometimes, I don't know, I'm still not sure, but I think a seeder would actually do it too, if I'm honest. And I only say that because the way seeders work is like they cultivate the ground technically first. So I think if you were to seed it, it would work still. But we don't cultivate. I don't cultivate very often in this game, so this gives me a reason to cultivate. So that's the reason why we're doing it this way. Because why not? Why are we getting such horrible lag spikes? Like, seriously. Let's bring that up again, just see. That was really weird, yeah. What's going on there? Is that really that tractor? I think it is. Yikes. Because look. Oh no, I think it might be that tractor. I don't know, man. Oof. That is ugly. Uno momento. Yeah, that's really strange. Wow. Don't know what's going on there. I think that's my computer. I might be doing... Watch it be doing a backup. 1 sec, I'm just going to check real quick. Is it doing a backup? Because that would make sense. Nope. Don't know what it is then. It's really strange. It happens every now and then. I'll turn this down a little bit again. Happens every now and then. Some odd thing happens with the computer and you're like, ooh, what's going on there? Oh well. Apparently he's way more efficient than I am. way more efficient. Yeah, he's gonna finish this before I even get done, like a little circle. A little circuit, basically. Which is fine. I expected it, basically. Alright, so, if that's the case, let's get out of his way real quick, because he's gonna go over the stuff I just went over. Alright, let's just double check. What's the width of this thing? 6.6 meters. 6 meters. So yeah, that'll work. And we'll just set up courseplay, because apparently courseplay is going to make this... It's going to be more efficient, apparently. That'll allow me to do other things as well. Alright, so let's take this turn around. Actually, you know what we should do? Let's get this little tiny bit here in the corner that courseplay is never going to get. And apparently I can't get either, for the same reason. There we go. That'll work. At least part of it. Perfect. Well, that was really strange. I wonder why that would decided it would it needed to be that ridiculous. Huh? That's really strange. Anyways, we can take that FPS meter off. I don't know. A little spike in CPU usage there for someone for whatever reason. Who knows what it is? I'd honestly have to check. Oh, those mirrors actually aren't too bad. I wish the inside of this were nicer. I'd like to see a really nice John Deere old school. This is like probably one of the nicer ones out there, but there aren't many other options available to us, unfortunately, so. Now, I'm curious. I'm going to let this do its thing, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen when this is done. Will it have used, I guess is the right word I'm looking for. A little bit of future perfect there for those people who know what the heck I'm talking about. Will it have used some of the front tank? Is what I'm curious about. Because... And that's the end of it. It's done. Now let's just... let's detach that. No, didn't use any of that. Okay, interesting. I think it would have, though. I think it would have. We'll let that curvature do its thing because it makes sense to let it do its thing. Excellent. So, let's go over here, and we haven't progressed time yet, and we haven't seeded yet. So what we can do actually is we could progress time one day and then seed, or that could be the way to do it. Not sure. we'll have to see. We do need to fertilize this as well. Ideally, I would love to be able to fertilize with liquid manure. We really don't have enough of it, to be honest with you. Like 14,000 liters is nowhere near enough for that to be efficient. Makes me sad, but it's the truth. I would do like maybe a couple, like you get one tank and that might be like part of the field, but not all of it, not by a long shot. Unfortunately, you do tend to use quite a bit of liquid manure. Alright, let's just place this back here. I don't need this HUD up. It's funny, I forget who commented about that a long time ago, but they were like, Ian, you don't need to have the Courseplay HUD up all the time. And I realized that. I don't realize how often it just stays up there, just because I'm like, I'll just leave it up. But it doesn't need to be up. Just a habit. Also, I discovered you can't put this in that little hole there. That little area. It's too big. Also, I was looking around. I don't think I picked it up. I may have. I have to double check. Sprayers. Did I pick it up? No. I was looking at sprayers that weren't self-propelled. How much would this be to rent for an hour? Only? Ooh. Maybe we'll do that one of these days. Although, renting for an hour... See, the problem with that scenario is that you have to fill it up as well. Which is usually where the problem lies. It's not necessarily renting it. It's like filling it up. And then if you lose some of it, that becomes not as efficient, so... Alright, so let's get this guy here. We'll grab him and put him on the spray course. So the nice thing about this, about having the front tank now, is it can do the whole field and it doesn't miss any. As opposed to what I would do and miss part of the field. So let's just leave this guy here. Wait for the Curvits to finish its work first, I think. Excellent. And how's this guy doing? He is just chilling out there. Good. So... some people were, it's funny, I was reading the comments and some people said the other day, like, you should fill up the whole field with cherry trees, which isn't a bad idea actually, considering how much money we make from the cherry trees, if I'm honest. And we might still do that, but we don't have the money for it at this exact time. Let's just check in the garage what we actually have. We're renting that. We have that. We only have 20 cows, which is good. This is like the most expensive thing. The Ruben Schneider, whatever that means. So actually we could, now that I think about it, we could progress, no, I wouldn't, this needs to be cultivated first before I can progress time. I was going to say, we just progress time right now, but if I don't cultivate it first, it won't actually take effect, and the pH won't be adjusted and all that jazz, yada yada yada. You know how it goes. Alright, so, I think, I don't know, should we wait? Because they're definitely going to run into each other, and that's going to be the problem, really. Well, at least in my eyes. So let's do a little bit of shopping and see what we might want to get eventually. Did I pick up any? I did pick up this guy right here. I haven't tried it out, so I don't know how good it actually is. But if it's as good as I remember it being, it'll be nice to use. They look fairly good, at least, and cheap, which is good. Because let's go back there quickly. So this has a pickup reel. It has, this is for if I do corn. I think that would work for straw as well to make chaff. And you can do this with, as you can see, wheat, grass. So cut grass and swath it for you. And I think it'll make it into, will it make it into chaff as well? That might be interesting. Might be a new revenue stream, so to speak. Trailers, I don't think I picked up any new trailers. No. Dollies, plows, sewing machines. I did pick up these. I haven't tried them out yet. They're not, I don't know why they're in sewing machines. They're just like, they just hold seeds as far as I know. I don't think they're considered overloaders. I'd honestly have to test it out. But they are in a beta, so they may not be amazing. And this major finally came out as well. By the time this goes live, I would have done, I did, I guess would be the word I want to say here. I did a mod spotlight on it, so. Actually, so the day, this is a funny thing. So the day of recording this, the spotlight for the major is going live. By the time this episode actually airs, it'll be a long way. Not the same time at all. Alright, so we're gonna go check on our little calf facility here, because I am kind of curious about that, because I have not used it often. Much, I should say, so I'm curious as to how it's going to work. Thus the reason why I'm like, how's this going to work? I could actually move those front loader pieces finally, but I'm honestly not that worried about it. Alright. Excellent. Let's come around here. And we could actually harvest this grass, but we don't need to, I don't think, at this time. Alright. I do think this is a cool little facility. 4 days. I don't know, the calves just magically pop out there, I guess. Or pop, whatever you want to say. Anyway, so the nice thing about this is that it says 4 days, so it's actually 5 days, it looks like, for a calf, which is fine by me because that means we get a calf every time we harvest as well. So it's a good little, in my mind, it's a good little use of resources, I think. So, excellent, good. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep this a little short episode today. Otherwise, you're just going to be watching me cultivate, which I think you've seen before. So what I'll do is I got this guy to spray as well. We'll come back, and I think what we'll do is, they're 110% productivity now. This is good. What I'll do is we'll come back next episode, and we'll see what we got to do. Having said that, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been another episode of the Newbie Farm on Farming Simulator 2015. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what we should do in the comments next. I'm not sure what direction to take the farm in now. I think we should try and expand on our field, or expand the cherries a little bit more, or increase our cattle herd. What do you think we should do? Let me know in the comments. So, having said that, folks, I'll catch you guys later.